Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today we're going to be talking about shoes and sustainable shoes. Now, shoes aren't something I've talked about too much on this channel just because I find it really hard to find good ones. Something that ticks all of my boxes. So I want something that is from a more slow fashion or sustainable brand with the ethics of how they're made, materials, all that kept in mind. I want something that's comfortable, I want something that's fashionable, that I like the look of, something that is reasonably priced for my budget, something that's quite versatile that I'm going to be able to wear through different seasons in different outfits, and also something that is gonna last as well, because I find a lot of shoes, even if you spend a lot of money on them, they just wear down so quickly and they don't look the same even a month, 2 months after you got them. So because I have so many things to kind of tick off on my list of wants, I rarely find a pair of shoes that ticks all of those boxes. So I wanted to review this new brand. It's a new brand to me for you because I think they have a good chance of meeting many of those criteria. And the brand is called VIVAIA or VIVAIA. They are a relatively new shoe brand and they specialise in sustainable footwear. So they design shoes made of recycled plastic bottles, and all of their kind of ethos and methods of manufacturing are around sustainability and the ethics of how they're made as well. So they have kindly sent me 2 pairs of their shoes to review for you and give you my honest thoughts on. They aren't paying me to make this video. They haven't told me what to say. I can be as positive or as negative as I want to be. So do keep that in mind. These are all my honest opinions, but they did gift this pair of shoes and another for me to try out and see what they're like so I can tell you as well. They have also kindly given me a discount code for my viewers, so if you get to the end of this video and decide you'd like to try them out, then there will be a discount code linked below that will get you 18% off any pair of shoes on their website. So this is the packaging that they come in, first of all. So as I said, all of their focus is on making them as sustainable and less impactful to the environment as possible. So they come in fully recyclable materials. So this is how they turned up. My box is a little bit battered and bruised because it's come quite a long way to me in the UK, but it's all cardboard. And if I open it up for you, everything inside is made of cardboard or paper. So it's really minimal packaging, which I absolutely love. And if we just unfold the paper, you can see the shoes in there. So this company does a variety of different footwear types, ranging from kind of basic flats in a few different designs to boots. They even do slippers, they do sandals, they do mules and heels as well. So there's quite a lot of variety to choose from. They're all made of similar materials though. I decided to pick a pair of their flats, which I think are their most popular style and the style they originally came out with, and also a pair of their boots. So I can try do 2 different styles, compare them, see which ones I would recommend for you guys, see if there is any differences in the quality, my preference for them, or whether I like them both. So we will start with the flats because, as I said, that's by far their most popular style. So I chose the Aria flats. These are these in this box, and they're a pointed toe flat shoe. So they come in, I think it's more than 10 different colours to choose from in the Aria design, and I went with this gorgeous blue. I think it's described as denim on the website, which is very accurate. It's definitely kind of a denim blue. The reason I went for this colour is because I think these will pair really nicely with blue jeans, particularly a slightly lighter blue in the summer. I think I saw some pictures on their website of them styled like that and it just looks gorgeous. And I don't have any kind of shoes in this colour or I've never had any flats in this colour, so I was excited to pick something other than black or brown, which is what I would normally go for. First impressions of these are they are incredibly flexible, which I can see coming in real handy for this type of shoe, because this is the kind of shoe that you could chuck in your bag if you were wearing heels, or if you wanted to take these down. I can picture myself taking these down to the beach, chucking these on afterwards, or taking them down to loads of different places, particularly in the spring, summer, and having them as a shoe I can pop on afterwards. So the fact that they can bend is obviously really useful for packing them. Comfort wise, the sole itself is really, really squishy. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but it's quite a thick cushioned sole. And I know on their website they say that it is designed to be how do you say that word? Deodorizing. You know the one I mean. Basically, it gets rid of smells and it's antimicrobial as well, which is really cool. So the sole itself, if I feel it, and I have tried these shoes on. I have put them on my foot. They're really, really squishy and they feel really, really comfortable. And that was a surprise to me. I didn't expect them to be as comfortable because they're made of plastic. They're made of recycled plastic bottles and a mixture of that, and they've got a rubber sole. So I wasn't really anticipating them necessarily being as comfortable as, I don't know, a leather flat, but that's definitely not true. These feel really comfortable both to touch and on the foot as well. So as I said, these come in over 10 different colours that you can choose from. They have neutral colours and they have brighter colours as well and lighter colours. And they are one of the main selling points for me with these flats is they're machine washable. So you can pop these in the washing machine if they do get dirty, and you can wash them and they'll come out hopefully as good as new. I do that with a lot of my trainers because generally I find most trainers, unless they're leather, can be popped in the washing machine because they're kind of made of similar materials to this, and they always come out really good, especially white trainers. So to have a pair of flats that you can do that with, I've not had that before, that will be really useful to me, because that is one of the reasons that puts me off spending more money on sustainable shoes is, are they going to be really scuffed, really dirty, really scratched, particularly a non-black pair, just after a few wears. So the fact that you can wash these, and hopefully that will increase the longevity of them as well. Okay, next I'm going to talk about sizing for these ones. So I picked these up in a 38.5, that's the European size, which on their website they say equates to a UK 5. The UK 5 is my true size, that's what I would go for 90% of the time. So that's what I decided to go for with these. They definitely fit. I would say they're a little bit roomy, if anything. So if you are between sizes, I would say go to the lower end of your size, because I think that these fit really well on me, but there is definitely a little bit of wiggle room, particularly in the width. They actually do look quite narrow to me, but I think if you've got wider feet, these are going to fit you probably quite well, because I would say I've got a pretty standard width foot, and there's a little bit of room around the edges for me. So if your foot is slightly wider, these should mold perfectly to you. If you've got very narrow feet, then that's where you may come into an issue. You may want to size down, because yeah, I have a little bit of room around the edges for me. But I would say true to size roughly, if a little bit big, so maybe go down half a size. They do offer half sizes, which I really like, and get really frustrated when brands don't offer half sizes, because there's quite a big difference between a 5 and a 6, for example. So to be able to get that half size is really valuable. I'm a 5, but I can sometimes be a 5.5, so I do sometimes run into problems where a 6 is too big, but a 5 is too small. So yeah, I really like that about them, but I got them in a UK 5. Styling wise, I will show you what they look like on now. I love these with denim. I think these, and any kind of trouser really, I think the pointed toe suits a trouser really well. I tend to wear flats mainly with trousers, and I would wear either sandals or trainers with like a skirt or a dress. But yeah, I love these with jeans, particularly the lighter wash jeans. I think because of the material of them, they're more suited to the spring, summer and autumn as well. Less so winter, obviously. They're not waterproof. You could definitely wear them in light rain or light wet ground, because they do have a rubber sole, so you're not going to get soaked instantly, but obviously if it's pouring with rain or if it's snowing, these aren't going to be super practical, so that's something to bear in mind. These ones retail for about £60 on their website, which I think in terms of the quality of the build and the design and the fact that they are made of recycled materials and they're sustainable, I would say they are worth the money. I think they are even more so worth the money if you use my discount code or any discount code you can find. I think they do a lot of discount codes and regular sales. So I think it's worth looking for one if you're going to make a purchase, but I would say £60 is a reasonable price for these. I don't think I've ever spent that much on flats before. I would usually go for like the £30, but I think if these do last, if washing them keeps them clean and the build quality I think is really good, I can see these outlasting a lot of my other flats. They have other styles as well, so if you don't want a pointed toe, you want a rounded toe, or they have like a slightly squared off toe, then they do those, and they do them in patterns as well, which I think are really nice. They have a couple of patterned versions, or versions that are two-toned where there's a different colour here, so lots to choose from, lots for different aesthetics and colour schemes, whatever your wardrobe is like. So I definitely recommend the flats. Okay, moving on to the second pair of shoes that I chose as well. These, as I said, are boots, so they're a little bit different. I got the Gemma style, so I'll show you what they look like. These are a gorgeous pair of boots. I was so excited to receive these. These are the boots. So they are a slightly square toe, if you can see that. So very in fashion at the moment. Mid heel, I would say, you know, maybe a couple of inches, 2 to 3 inch heel, and quite a long, almost sock boot style. They're made of the same material. I think they're made of the same material. There's definitely some wool in there as well as the plastic, but they feel really, really nice, and they're a lot sturdier than I was expecting them to be. Again, I feel like the way they're made, the quality is really, really high. All of the stitching looks excellent. The sole is beautiful. It's like a rubber sole, so they will be quite grippy, at least on this portion, the main foot portion. I was really impressed, and I was actually surprised. They were better than I was expecting them to be. I love the colour as well. I think they do these in, I think, 3 different colours. It's called the deep khaki, and I mean, it's more of like a mousy light brown. It's like a cool toned brown, which is really hard to find in footwear. Most shoes are leather, and they're either like a rich chocolate brown or a black. I haven't come across many shoes in this colour, and I love this. I think it goes with my wardrobe really, really well. Yeah, so I was really excited to get these. I got these size-wise in a 39, only because they were out of stock in the 38.5. However, I normally size up a little bit in boots anyway. So these are the equivalent of a UK 5.5, and I would say these run true to size. I would say these fit me absolutely perfectly. I think having that extra half a size is nice because I'll probably want to wear some thick socks with these, especially in the winter. But equally, with thin socks, that these will still fit. So I would say these ones are also true to size. I would say if you do usually size up in boots, maybe size up half a size, but I don't think it's necessarily necessary. I think these still would have fitted me in a 5. So something to bear in mind. Now the boots aren't machine washable, so the flats are, but the boots aren't. I think the trainers they do are also machine washable, but some of the other styles aren't. So that's something to bear in mind. They aren't going to be as easy to keep clean, but then I've never machine washed any other of my boots either. I think you could definitely, because they're like a wool material, you could definitely get a damp cloth and wipe marks off, but we will see how long they last, how well they keep up once I start wearing them outside. The sole on these is still quite cushioned, not as cushioned as the flats. It's slightly different. It's not as squishy, but they are really comfortable. I have only worn these inside so far, but I don't see these giving me blisters or having to break them in at all. They are very comfortable as soon as you put them on, and they also feel really comfortable to walk in for the heel height. I don't normally go for a heel height even as big as this, and I know it's not very big, but for like day-to-day wear, this would be kind of my maximum height, and I think I would feel quite comfortable walking around in these all day. So yeah, they are genuinely, I promise you, really comfortable, and I just love the look of them. I think they're really special. They're probably my favourite pair of shoes I own. They're my favourite out of the 2 that I got, but I really, really enjoy the look of them, and I think they're going to go with so many different things. So I would style them with jeans, obviously, with any kind of trouser. I think they would look really cool with a slightly wider leg jean, but I would also style these with dresses and with skirts. So I'm thinking my Susanna Alicia skirt is going to look really beautiful with these, because they're a higher kind of sock boot style. If you've got a midi dress or skirt, hopefully the skirt will fall slightly below the boot, so you won't get that awkward bit of skin showing, which I don't really like. So I think they're really useful for that, and I don't really have any boots that are high enough to do that, so I'm glad I have these in my collection now. I will leave these ones linked down below as well. I would recommend these even more than the flats. I would also recommend the flats, but I think these are just so special and really high quality. They are a little bit more expensive. They come out, I think, at about £113 once you kind of equate them from dollars to pounds. So they're definitely not cheap, and I think they are an investment, and I will be interested to see how they wear, because they're made of that mixture of plastic, recycled plastic and wool. I'll be interested to see how scuffed up they get, because you can't wash them. So maybe I'll do an update in a video in the future. But yeah, I think for the build quality, the style, the fact that they're sustainably made, I do think that they are worth £113. Again, I think if you can use a discount code like the one I've got down below, that will get you a good chunk of money off. That will get you about, what, £20 off. Then I think they're even more worth the price. Overall, I'm really happy with them. I'm really pleased to try out a new brand that is trying to make steps in being more environmentally conscious. That is the direction I want to go with my wardrobe and with my channel, reviewing brands like this that, you know, put the effort in and are very transparent with their manufacturing process and their materials, all that good stuff. So a big thumbs up to VIVAIA for doing that. And yeah, I'm really excited to style these and the flats in some upcoming styling videos. I'll leave them all linked down below. As I mentioned, they are giving me a discount code. I'll put it on the screen here. I think it's just Katie. That will give you 18% off. So if you want to try their shoes out, then take advantage of the code. And yeah, let me know what you get if you do decide to get a pair and which ones your favourites are. Give this video a like if you enjoy these brand review videos. I do want to do more of these in 2022, both if a brand decides to work with me and gift me the items, and both if I pay for them myself. I'm going to do a bit of both to kind of keep things balanced. But as I said, I will only work with brands if I'm allowed to be 100% honest and transparent with my views. That's exactly what I've done today. I really don't have many bad things to say about them. I think the only negative I would point out is that they can't be worn in all weathers because they aren't leather. They're a little bit less practical, so stick with more kind of good weather days. Spring, summer weather, they're going to be perfect, and then keep your leather boots for winter. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already. I would love to see you around here again. Trying to reach that 1,000 subscriber milestone in the next few months. So if you can help me out and join, that would be really, really appreciated. Let me know if you have any video requests as well. I'm planning all of my content for 2022, so lots of exciting videos coming. But if there is anything specific you want to see, then do let me know. Have a lovely Christmas, have a lovely New Year, and I will see you probably with my next fashion video in 2022, believe it or not. So see you then. Bye.